Hello, everyone. My name is Rawson, and welcome to another episode of English with Strangers. But today, I don't have one single stranger, but two strangers. And we are not strangers anymore. We have talked so many times on YouTube. First of all, thank you, Gayatri, so much for coming with this idea of recording videos with three people. And of course, Niyati. Thank you for joining us. So here we are, and today we are going to talk about monetizing our skills on the internet, having a degree, or just making money on the internet. So, Niyati, you always mention that you dropped out from your college.
Right.
So now, what kind of skills are you learning?
Okay. Well, so for me, the thing is that I was never really into engineering. Not never. I mean, during my bachelor's, during the final years, I kind of understood that this is not the field that I want to proceed with. But I still gave the exam and I got selected. So I was really happy about that. But when it comes to these skills, I think coming to the degree and skills that you mentioned, that it's not for something that you're truly passionate about. You don't have to necessarily have a degree in today's time, at least. I mean, the
Yeah.
case was completely different if we talk about like 50 years ago or so. Your degree mattered. And in fact, I think the only eligibility criteria at that time was your degree. You didn't have to
Yes.
give any exam. From my understanding, I don't have any idea, but yeah. So, but today, if you think about it, I mean, so many engineers are unemployed despite having this fancy degree of engineering. And the thing is that degree doesn't matter anymore. I mean, you have to have those skills for whatever particular job that you're going for. You have to do reverse engineering. You have to have the idea of like what are the skill sets that you need to master in order to get into that field.
What about you, Gayatri? What do you think? Now that we are living in the era of YouTube, where we can practically make career here. I know it's not sustainable, but you are a trainer here. You get students. You are making a living. So tell me your experience and how is it going for you?
I have slight different opinion with Niyati. See, I truly value skills these days, but I would not discard the degrees completely. And this is on the basis of my personal experiences. Like before I came on YouTube, I have worked with multiple brands. And I know that for me it was not an easy task to get in those brands and just to get myself accepted. They would ask me for the some so-called certificates. However, I have come across some people, even after having certificates, the way they speak at times, I feel that, oh, I'm not being boasty here, but I think that they still need to work more than being more proud. Like that, we have these so-called certificates and we have done that and something like
Yeah.
that. But certificates and degrees are still considered. No matter which era we live, we are considered that we have graduated this and that and that. But for me, skills, yes, skills are really really important these days. If you are skilled, you can just sell them. You can sell, you can monetize them. Like we all three of us, we speak good English, coming from diverse backgrounds, right? And then we monetize this. I don't think so that any of us doesn't do that, right? We do that. So I
Yeah.
think this is really important. We must learn skills. It could be any skill. Definitely we could talk in detail further that what could be the skills according to YouTube industry. I would not know about like different industries, but according to YouTube, I can talk that there are few things which individuals must work on if they want to
Yeah.
make their career on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I feel about it.
After listening to both of you, I have always been skeptical, even before this conversation. Like, I never went to college, but the thing is that I have always been scared. Now that I kind of make a living because of YouTube, but at the same time, it's not sustainable. You always think about the next month, the next video, your next idea, like whether it's going to work or not. So I want you guys to know, what do you do when you are in self doubt with your career thing, and or just maybe in general, whenever you are having those self doubts.
Okay, so
Starting with
when it
Niyati.
comes to
Starting with
me, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I think like you talked about it. I mean, not having a degree and just doing YouTube and whatever you're doing apart from that.
Yeah.
I somewhat agree with Gayatri. I mean, you have to have. I mean, I'm not saying that a degree is completely useless. The first thing they see is that you have a degree at least, and then they
Correct.
require you to have skills because now everybody has a degree. So what sets you apart is those skills, right?
Yes.
So, well, coming to your situation, I think it's crucial to have a degree and not completely relying on YouTube in today's time, because similarly, like how everybody has a degree, now almost everybody has a YouTube channel as well. So many people
Yeah.
are getting monetized every single day. And the thing is that YouTube, we don't understand YouTube's algorithm. It's pretty unpredictable. You could be doing really good for a couple of months and you could flunk out for a couple of months. So that's, I think YouTube as a side career is amazing. You get to showcase what you want to showcase to people. Maybe you want to show some skill, you can do that, or just as a hobby, you can do that. But it has to be a side hobby for now, at least. I mean, for us, we can say that.
Yeah.
I can say that because I think, I don't know, like, there's not a particular threshold. Like, after this, you can quit your job, you can quit your degree and just be a full-time YouTuber. But as of now, I mean, it is highly recommended that you don't completely quit everything else and make YouTube your everything. Because I
Yes.
have seen, even for very, very popular YouTubers, they kind of
Mhm.
flunked out after a couple of years. And now they are thinking, like, now what? Now what do I do? Because I interacted with somebody a few sessions ago, and he was really popular on YouTube in the English niche. 2020 he was getting 20 lakh views, 10 lakh views. And I asked him this question, like, did you think that this is going to be your full-time career? He said, yes. I mean, the amount of money I was earning, I thought, I'm set for life, this is what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. But
Mhm.
after some time, I mean, as the COVID ended and people started going back to their previous lives of offline job,
Yeah.
he kind of saw that flunk in his views, and now he's forced to, prepare for government job exams.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why you could never imagine that YouTube could be your stable career. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, I think
And
that's
what
that's
about the
there for me.
self-doubt question? Self-doubt. How do you deal with your self-doubt? Like, let's say when you are nervous, or maybe you are thinking about your future or your past mistakes. How do you handle with that?
Well, as an anxious person, I do deal with self doubts every single day. I mean, it's just that even if I'm recording a video, I might feel like that was not up to par. I had something else in mind. Maybe I completely forgot to introduce that topic which I was looking forward to for so many
Mhm.
days. Or maybe
Yeah.
sometimes I'd be obsessed with the views, that my previous video did this, but my current video is not doing that good. Or maybe just even experimenting with YouTube, because it's all about experimenting. If people keep uploading exactly same videos in this niche, people are eventually going to get bored. You have to be very dynamic with YouTube, because for YouTubers, I can say that, I mean, the popular YouTubers, if you scroll down to their previous content, it's very much upgraded. So you need to, just like a skill, I mean, in software industry, you have to keep upgrading yourself with whatever the current trend is. Same applies to YouTube. You have to look at the trends, what are the trends. You have to upgrade your skills accordingly. So yeah, I mean, I do have self doubts, but the best thing to do is just keep going with it, because it's your
Yes.
passion. At the end of the day, don't make it seem like a work, a burden that you have to do, and something that you're not performing well. And I mean, think of it, why you started it in the first place. For me, it was that I love having communication with people. So that's what I'm
Mm.
doing, and I'm truly happy with it. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, but if somebody has YouTube as full-time career, they do need to
Yeah.
take it seriously, because that's their source of earning. So for
Yeah.
them, they need to adapt quickly to what changes they should implement. And for when it comes to me, I'm just really happy that I'm here and I'm just experimenting with things, and let's see what works out.
How about you, Gayatri? How do you deal with your self-doubts?
I mean, now these days I am completely on the verge of deciding and quitting
Yeah.
things in my life. And I've been even last week I was just talking to, one of my good friends. I would say that I just want to give up on everything now, because see, I am like, I do not want to blame here, but I am a kind of person who has few responsibilities and I really have to fulfill them. So I cannot
Yeah.
be the one who just, who's sitting on YouTube, and this is not something. And to be honest, my intention, I love talking to people, plus I have very strong intention to make something out of YouTube, because I have put everything on stake, like stack. Like if my things, like I do not work with brands anymore. I had an intention of coming on YouTube, that I would have something of my own individually, and I would be an independent creator, and I would do something, and I would like like whatever. Like I had few intentions, but at times, like I do get affected with a lot of things. Every single day I have self doubt. Every single day I talk to my cousin, then I talk to one of my very good friends, and the person, he's very young boy who edits my videos and my thumbnails. At times I talk to him and I say that I want to give up on everything and I do not want to continue with this anymore. I'm just going, I'll look for the job and I'll do that. But like they are there to hold me, to pull me, and to make me more strong. But I'm
Yeah.
still on the path to find an alternative, like because I'm an English language trainer and this is something I want to do for longer.
Yes.
Like I mean, I want to do it for some more time. So I am these days thinking to take few tests, so I could just apply for good organization to get hired as a
Yeah.
trainer. Yeah, so I cry, I get anxious, I feel really bad with no views and everything. But yeah, like this is how I deal with. Yeah, and three individuals, they help me a lot to stay strong. Yeah.
I think if you have supportive people, your life become kind of easier. If you can talk to
Mhm.
them, I know your problem doesn't go away, but at least you have somebody to rely on. You can share your thoughts and feel at ease, at least for a few moments, right?
Yeah, that is for sure. Like, but I'm
So,
planning to find alternatives.
but I hope you will still talk to us.
Yeah, obviously, like talking is something which I could never give up on. But like India is she is perfectly right. Every next individual wants to be an influencer on social media these days. So there is a lot of crowd, and if you see the data of YouTube has recently released the data that in just next 5 years there will be 5 billion channels on YouTube. Like, can you just imagine 5 crore people are going to jump on YouTube to be a creator? So you cannot imagine how things can exactly go for you or for people. So
Yes.
like that's how I feel about it. Yeah.
And coming back to Niyati, as she mentioned that it is easier these days. Now, because of social media and YouTube, a lot of people can monetize their skills even without degree. I know it's not sustainable, but at least for some period of time, they can feel, that ease that yes, there is something happening in my life. So the next question is, what do you guys think is the easiest skill in 2025 to monetize? Learning the skill and then monetizing it.
Instead of going for a skill, like hunting for a skill, try to look within, like what are you good at. For example, for me, I felt like I was good at communicating with people. I feel good when I'm expressing my thoughts, so I polished that skill. I mean, if you go to my earlier videos, you would clearly see a difference in the way I'm talking. So this is the skill that I have upgraded. So what you mentioned, I think it heavily depends on what the person is looking for in,
Yeah.
in their long time career, or just something that polishing something that they are good at. So that's what I would say. But if I would to talk about the job aspects, I would definitely say coding, because what happens is a lot of people are here to learn coding. And if you want to
Mm.
monetize something really quick, I think learning coding and then helping others learn coding is a really good way, because it's trending so much these days. So people Google that a lot, like, how to do this, how to do that, how to solve a particular code. And so I think, yeah, for if you were to
Coding.
talk about, yeah, then definitely I'd say coding.
What about you, Gayatri? What do you think are other skills that are easier to monetize?
English, learning English language and monetizing is one of the easiest skills so far I have come across, because I'd say that I did not have to put a lot of efforts. And I think this has a good market. If you understand, if people understand, this really has a good market. The people who have made businesses of CRs on this, they know it. And because I have worked with so many brands so far, and I have worked with one of the really popular YouTube channels. Like, I would not take the name, but I would really tell you about that. I worked with them and I really understood the kind of psychology they put behind on the marketing specifically. So this is the easiest
Yeah.
skill. If you know English language and if you can talk in it, this could be. And becoming a life coach, and a manifestation coach, like kind of things. Like you just bring few objects and say that, oh, I have manifested this, and just say, yeah, I will teach you how to manifest things, something like that. So
Oh my God.
some
Just
careers don't even make sense to me, but like, yeah.
The tarot reading, the card reading thing, I don't know what it's called. It's so trending these days. I
Yeah.
saw a girl's video, I think she had more than 5 lakh views in one day. And she just predicts like what could possibly happen. Like Gayatri mentioned, also manifestation, a combination of tarot card reading and manifestation. It's trending very much. I might change my answer to that.
Yeah. Not the-
Do you guys believe in manifestation or all those things? Manifestation. What's the word? Manifestation.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Manifestation. Do you guys believe that?
I do, but I would not say that I believe in a way that the way things are being portrayed on internet these days. I don't believe in this way, but I do like because I have read book and I would say that slightly I have manifested few things in my life which I wanted to, but like maybe they didn't turn out good for me, so I just condemned them and I said, oh, I didn't manifest these things. I don't know why did it happen in my life. So, but like there are few things I think that I take them. And I think, there is nothing wrong. Like what manifestation teaches you to be more positive, and it
Hmm.
teaches you to just take the right actions. And when you take the actions, it teaches you to believe in those actions, that do not feel bad about those. Like just keep taking the actions. So I think there is nothing bad to take it in a positive way, but the way things are being portrayed, and then they say that, oh, come to our webinars and come to this retreat and that and will get you manifest crores. That is out of my mind, and yeah, I don't support that.
What about you, Niyati? Do you ever think about this stuff? Manifestation, universe?
Yes, I do not believe in manifestation at all. I mean, the thing is that you could be thinking what happens in manifesting is that you write it down on paper and you just put it out in the universe. Maybe you say it out loud that I will achieve this and things will eventually happen. That is what the definition of manifesting is, and that's not practical thing, right? I mean, I could be saying this right now, I'll gain 1 lakh subscribers by tomorrow. That's not practical. I mean, that but when it comes to the psychological level of manifestation, I definitely do believe in that, because when you keep repeating positive things to yourself, you kind of somewhere start believing in yourself that maybe I can do that after all. So yeah, that's the psychological part. I do believe in that, but people blindly follow it, that things are going to happen for you. Just click on this and I'll teach you how to do that. No, that's not how it works.
Click on this video and learn English. But
We do
let's
that.
return to our topic. Let's return to our topic. We were talking about jobs, career.
Yeah,
What-
skills. Yeah.
What's your thought on AI? Do you think in next 20 years the jobs will be like replaced by AI? I want Niyati to start because engineering background. So what do you think?
Okay, well, yes. I mean, AI is definitely going to be, it's already started taking a lot of jobs, and
Yeah.
it's the pattern is going to just keep increasing. People are going to lose their jobs, but at the same time, AI is also going to create a lot of jobs, because you need somebody to govern AI. AI is not going to do it themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, itself, sorry. So you have to, you need a pack of, I don't mean to say pack, I mean a team of human beings to do these certain things, so for that I would say. But if we were to talk about it overall, I think AI is taking more jobs compared to how many jobs it's providing, because now like whatever a mediocre software engineer does, an AI could do that. So why would a company waste their money? I mean, if I were to think from a company's mindset, why would they be paying the salary at the same time when they can get the same things done by AI in much, much lesser cost?
Yeah, that's
So-
practical. That's practical.
Yes.
What about you, Gayatri? What's your thought on AI taking over our jobs?
Like even in our industry, there are few applications and few tools have been introduced. I have seen few people promoting some AI tools and saying that
Yeah.
just go and talk to AI. Like I truly feel really bad when they promote it, or maybe the things are being promoted on internet. We have to understand, for the matter of fact, the thing which we are promoting is going to take over on us only. Like, so for now,
Yes.
for the sake of promotional money, you can promote that, but then you are just digging your own grave. We know that. Like this is, I was just reading a research, and I remember watching a video. Already 3.7 million jobs have been taken by AI, and I don't think so that these many jobs have been created by AI so far. Like I do not favor AI at all. But and then people are there, they are there doing something, they are digging their own graves, especially the engineers. Like they are really proud. I remember watching a video where Google has recently announced, oh, you don't do anything, just come to
Yeah.
our office, stay there, we will pay you not to do anything, because we want your talent to be in our own company, and we do not want to let it go out, and we are ready to do anything for that. Like we really don't know what these tech giants are doing to the world. And like, one thing which I'm okay with AI, especially the machineries and technology, is finishing up the donkey work. Like donkey work is repetitive work, like where the people, humans being, but we have to understand, especially in India, we have to
Hmm.
understand our population is not educated enough, our population is not a tech savvy population. We have to just stop, and not even stop, but we have to have some regulations on AI. Like when I say that, oh, go and talk to AI, then what is the use of me as a trainer, like as a person? Like the human beings can go, and it's not about like because I am the one whose work is getting impacted, it's also like psychologically it is going to disturb human being. I mean, can you imagine? Like you can watch two movies, like there is a social dilemma, and then there is one movie called Her, Her. So where a guy gets in love with a robo or something like that. What are you doing? I mean, you are pushing. We are introverted. We say I don't like to talk to people. We are all the time on social media. We are like right now we are virtually talking. I don't think so that we talk to our real life people. And then again we are pushing individuals to go and use this chat GPT, and that some applications, I will not take their names. Oh, just go and talk to that AI. How would person learn to express his or herself emotionally? So I mean, there are
True.
so many disadvantages of this. I don't support it at all, and I feel really really bad. Yeah.
Nice answer. As you mentioned, Gayatri, two things about films. Social Dilemma, I watched it and I uninstalled everything. Like that series, after watching, I deleted my Instagram forever, completely disappeared. But then I was thinking, what the hell I'm doing? I have no idea what my friends are doing, what other people are doing. So I had to return. And talking about Her, the movie Her, it is one of my favorite. So please don't talk bad about it. It is really cool movie. I
I
know,
did not say
I know.
bad, but I said that it's all about disconnecting humans from
Yeah,
humans only, right? We
No,
already know
just
that
yeah,
we are
just
totally.
living.
one thing
Yeah.
I'd like to interrupt. Actually, Gayatri is right. I mean, even ChatGPT is being romanticized right now.
Yeah, true, true.
Romanticized. Yeah, so I mean, it's a serious situation. People, instead of talking to human beings for whatever problems they are facing, they are going to ChatGPT for that. Even for
Hmm.
relationship advice, for anything. I mean, do you
Yeah.
think ChatGPT could give accurate answers? Not to, I mean, say something bad, but ChatGPT almost made my channel not get monetized because it gave me like an idea that you should be doing this, and I did that, and I just barely got my account back. So yeah, I mean, it told me like, we get that AdSense account.
Mhm.
ChatGPT told me delete that account.
Okay.
It told
That's
okay,
very
so what happened
crazy.
was like,
Yeah,
yeah, so no,
that's
what
really
happened was
crazy.
I did not receive, we have to give AdSense our details and it approves it after a few days. So
Mhm.
what happened was I did not receive it within the time frame that I should have received it in. So I asked ChatGPT. It said, "Oh well, if you haven't received it yet, you will probably never receive it. Just delete the account and then apply again, like start all over again." I did that, and I felt skeptical. I mean, within 30 minutes, I started feeling uneasy. So I went back to ChatGPT and I said, like, I did that, but I don't feel confident in the decision I made. ChatGPT said, "Why would you do that? Why did you do that?"
Why did you listen to me?
No, but like,
Gosh, this is very
yeah.
crazy.
So
Mm.
yeah, that's the thing, and that's the moment when I realized, I mean, what the
You don't have
situation
to
is, and
over
people
rely
are
on AI,
blindly
guys.
following. Yeah.
Guys, you'll see me in future as a psychiatrist or maybe a psychologist, because I know that there will be so many problems of individuals in future after 10 years or 15 years. I'm just, I'm planning to switch my career into that, because at the end I have to talk to people. So why not as a psychiatrist or a psychologist? I mean, can you just imagine, like, there are few countries like Japan and Korea, and then there are few countries where individuals do not talk to each other. They are like robots. They just walk and they just walk. You cannot even imagine someone is walking around. So I feel that, I should be definitely considering that career, and I would also suggest you, both of you, like, just consider that career, because
Yeah,
there will
coming
be a lot
to
of individuals.
Roshan's previous question about the skill that you can get monetized, I think Gayatri just said that psychiatrist, psychologist,
Yeah, we have
whatever
our
that
more
is.
career options, guys.
Yeah.
The
We
thing,
have so many
the
people.
thing,
Mhm.
the thing about the movie Her, I like it as art movie. It's really fascinating. I think back in those days, AI was not as popular as it is right now. So that's why I think the idea of AI was really cool back in the days.
I did talk to
No,
AI
I
for few
mean,
days. I was upset and
yeah.
I just talked randomly, but like I felt so bad. I mean, there was no response, and there were like these many long professional response, and they would piss me off like anything. I was like, oh, this could not be a human being. I need a human being to talk. So
Yeah, actually, AI doesn't understand human emotions. I mean, it's going to give you the solutions, but if you are distressed, if you're actually reaching out to AI because you're stressed or something personal in your life, it's not really a good thing. I mean, for creativity, it's a great thing. Maybe if you're looking for the next topic idea for your YouTube, it's great. If you're looking for any sort of creative ideas, it's a great app. But apart from that, it's not really the app to go for. I mean, people now are preferring to choose AI over human beings when they have to, because even mother and son, take an example of a mother and son, they are not interacting with each other. The son is going for his school problems, he's going to AI that maybe I'm
Yeah.
getting bullied in school and stuff like that. The mother has no idea what the son is going through. So this has become very very common these days, and it's actually a very very a topic that you should be concerned about.
Yeah, this could be our next topic,
Yeah.
human interaction.
yeah, that
Last
could
question,
be.
guys. I know we have crossed the time. Last question. Like you can answer it quickly. What's your relationship with AI? How are you using it in your daily life? Starting with Gayatri. Let Gayatri answer this.
Mine is very professional. I generally go to AI and I give that command, especially ChatGPT. So I give ChatGPT 20 words, or maybe I give the name of the tenses, and I get the prepared test from those. Like that is what it is.
Okay.
Very limited. Yeah, that's it.
What about you, Neeti?
Well, for me, initially, as an emotional person that I am, I used to approach ChatGPT for my friendship problems, or just anything. Maybe like I'm feeling sad today. Let's talk to ChatGPT. I've been through that cycle, so that's why I know that ChatGPT doesn't actually understand human emotions, and it just replies to you the way it's trained to reply. So that's why, I mean, if a person is, imagine like, this is such a small situation, but imagine for a person that is actually depressed and needs human help. He's reaching out to
Yes.
ChatGPT for his problems, and he thinks his problems are getting solved, but he's just digging a deeper hole. And I forgot the question that you asked, but yeah, so now I don't really use ChatGPT for, stuff like this. I use it
Mhm.
mostly for my YouTube ideas, or just for something I need a correction with. Maybe I'm solving a math problem and I'm stuck somewhere, so I ask ChatGPT for that. Mind you, ChatGPT is not really that good at math as we assume it is.
For me, it is good enough. Like I just have to do like basic calculation. It does fine. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
doing
mean,
some
for basic.
calculus or integration. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very great. Okay.
All right,
So,
guys.
I'll just add
Yeah,
something
anything?
here. Yeah.
So,
So okay, let's just conclude it. So I'll say that what are the most important skills which I have come across. I do not know that how do they help individuals, but I would say that like I know about my thing and it helps a lot of individuals. So communication could be the most important skill which you could learn, and you could monetize conversation, especially the English language. You could learn a little bit about social media marketing these days. This is such an important skill which people hire you for to manage it. Any which way it will be taken by ChatGPT or maybe like AI in future, but for now you can learn it. YouTube, I mean, in YouTube there are different aspects which you should be taking care. You must at least learn basics of editing, like if you are doing everything as an independent learner or maybe a creator. So basic editing
yeah.
could be that, how to write a nice script, and if not a nice script, but at least how to present yourself on camera. And
Yeah.
then a bit of personality, you can also just work on that, and plus you can also work a little bit on your professional thing. And then what could be the next? I think these are the things, like, or more you can find the career options, but these are the skills which a person should definitely consider these days. Social media marketing, managing email marketing, email writing, copywriting, and then YouTube marketing, and then running campaigns, ads, promoting. They can master and they can make money and monetize things.
Thank you, Gayatri, for all this suggestion. But again, quickly, AI is replacing all these jobs.
It will. I know that.
Yeah,
That's
it
all
kind
right.
of is, but I don't know about the marketing if it can
At least writing
completely.
section, is being taken by AI. Like everything which is in written form, I think everyone is using AI these days. Like most of the people. Like creative writing, if you leave creative writing aside, like all
I
right,
will
guys,
still
thank you
read the
so much for
writers
your
only, not the AI written books. I would still read the writers who write in real.
yes, yes. So creative writing, that's what I said, like novel, story writing, movies. People will prefer human interaction, not some AI crap.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. And to all the viewers, if you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. And please leave a few comments if you want to watch more of this conversation and mention some topics too. So, see you guys.
Yeah.